So Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Melo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Boogie, man.
This is the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy. Y'all know who it is. It's Scruff Line, man. Super Bowl Scruff today because, Super Bowl week, man. I'm representing for the Super Bowl, the NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm the host for the evening, man. Let me introduce the fellas. Let me go ahead and start with the top right.
At Bryce, XXV, Double I, a.k.a. Mr. Big Leaguer, a.k.a. the Good Mister. Although the Good Mister's been getting called out on some predictions that didn't come through recently, but nobody bats 100. They say in baseball, all you gotta do is bat 333, man. You bat 333 over a career, and you're in the Hall of Fame. I think the Good Mister is on a Hall of Fame trajectory.
Ha, that's a good way to spin that. T, man, we're going to bring out those accountability checks since it sounds like he's talking about you. Go ahead, bottom right, introduce yourself.
I ain't, if the man want to bat 333, he can have that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna expose nothing. But T Boogie, man, y'all know what it is. I'm here. A little rough around the edges today. I ain't been right since my Niners loss. I ain't shaved or nothing. But hey, I'm here. I'm ready to have a good show. Wash your ass. It is Super Bowl week, and you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to get into it.
Bro, you look exactly the same. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man.
Bottom left, introduce yourself.
Yo, it's your boy D-Melo, but yeah, I was gonna just say, this is the first time in a long time since all four of us came here looking clean. Damn, I got a haircut today. Nick look like you got his haircut. Your beard looks sharp.
Not me.
Look,
I joined a little.
it's still
You're doing
right
a little rough. It's hard to tell from far away. It's just a lot going on over there.
And look, Bryce even looks sharp today. Damn. All right, never mind. So I guess we're all Scruffingtons.
Thank you, G. Thank you for the compliment, brother. But yeah, let's get into it,
Nah,
man.
fuck all that. Burn that shirt. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, throw gasoline on yourself too. Frank Stan lover.
Whatever. Yeah, we got gasoline. That's why we going places and y'all not. But yeah, let's get into it, man. First topic, man. We're gonna get into the Super Bowl because it's Super Bowl weekend. Obviously. Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs, man. It's gonna be a showdown. We got Patrick Mahomes on one side. Great team, obviously. I don't know what the injury situation is. We're going to talk about that and the X factors involved in this game. Versus the Eagles, who played a pretty good season. Jalen Hurts is playing out of his mind. I think he's 15-1 as a starter this season. Eagles come into the game as a 1.5 point favorite. T, man, since you're the most recent victim of the Philadelphia Eagles, let's start with you, man. Who do you got in this game? And who are your biggest X factors in regard to this game?
We were victims of the injury bug, but
whatever.
I guess an insect close to a bird. X factors. D-line, can they get to Patrick Mahomes? Can they get him off his spot? Can he move on that bad ankle? So D-line got home against the 49ers, and that shifted the entire game. So D-line is obviously going to be an X factor. Kelsey, can these guys guard Kelsey? That's where Mahomes is going to go with the ball. There's no doubt about that. Can they stop Kelsey? And the other X factor is for both teams, unpredictability. Like, is somebody going to get a kick return? Is there going to be a random fumble? Is a tip pass going to lead to a pick six? So those three things. And on the Eagles side of the ball too, I do want to point out Jalen Hurts has to he can't shy away in this big moment. He has to step up to the limelight and continue to play the way he's been playing all season. So those are my X factors.
I mean, those are all quality X factors. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't thinking about. I mean, we should be thinking about Travis Kelce. I think that's a good one. You had to point that out. Covering the middle of the field is something that I think the Eagles have done well in parts of the season. Other parts of the season not so well when they had the injury with their free safety, or strong safety rather. But okay, I like that. Bryce, man, what's your analysis on this game, and what do you think the biggest X factors are going to be for both teams?
Oh man, I think it's going to be a good game. I think this game is going to come down to which team's able to kind of impose their philosophy first, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I think both teams have unique philosophies in attacking football games, right? I feel like the Chiefs is like air raid attack. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna attack you through the air. They're gonna try to have 50 passes in the game, and they're gonna try to have as many possessions as possible, right? I think the Eagles are a team that throughout the season ended up having a lot of offensive possessions, but like to the core, they're kind of a team that wants to eat up the time of possession, run the football, move the chains consistently, and kill you with the play action after you get sucked into the run game. So when I look at those two things, like it's like whoever tries to play into the other team's game more is going to end up losing. You feel me? And I feel like I can't really see the Chiefs getting looped into that type of game. I could see the Eagles getting looped into like a shootout style game, which I feel like wouldn't serve them. I feel like, if the Eagles start the game with like a 3-and-out, right? You know what I'm saying? Because like say they run the ball. Let's say they run the ball the first two possessions, then they have an incomplete pass on third down, right? And then they come back out and they throwing the ball on first down, like I'm gonna be like, nah, they wilding. Like they can't get away from their philosophy no matter what's happening early in that football game. You feel me? And same goes for the Chiefs. But I see it eventually getting to a shootout, and I see it if you want to shoot out with Pat Mahomes, man, it's tough to win that. And I think he's proven over time that he's able to come out on top of those type of games. So I'm leaning towards the Chiefs. But I do think there are some X factors on each team that could sway it. That definitely could sway it either way. We can get into that individuals.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Bryce. So you mentioned Patrick Mahomes, and you said it could potentially turn into a shootout. You said that would favor the Chiefs. So where do you think that the injury is with Patrick Mahomes? You feel like he's going to be in the place to have a shootout? You know what I'm saying? How much do you think that'll be a factor in the game?
That's a good point. I mean, Mahomes went for what, 3 bills in a couple tugs just last week on a bum leg, but I honestly, bro, I don't know whose injury is more important at the quarterback position, Mahomes' leg or Hurts' shoulder. I mean, let's not forget that Hurts has his lingering shoulder injury. And that was a thing coming into the playoffs. Like, it caused him to miss time. And the worst thing you can have is a quarterback that's throwing shoulder. So I think both quarterbacks, are hobbled at this point, bro. And both teams is probably hobbled at this point. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to say it either way. I don't want to be like, Pat Mahomes' injury could cause him to lose it. When Jalen Hurts battling injury too, it's just people not talking about it as much for some reason. But I think his injury might even be worse, and he might be battling something worse than even Mahomes is.
I mean, that's a good point. I tend to think since he's been back a couple of weeks that, I guess it kind of fell off my radar. But you made a good point. Hurts was injured before the playoffs, but Patrick Mahomes' injury was sustained during the playoffs, and it's a high ankle sprain. It's usually a 4 to 6 week recovery. Based on my math, he's still on like week 2.5, so maybe 3, I guess. So it's not fully healed, is what my math tells me. But we'll see. G man, usually hit it from the bettor's angle. 1.5 points is the spread. Yeah, I know it did sound a little funny when I said it. Plus 1.5 for the Chiefs.
Hey, G, I don't know what
you going with the points? Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, pause, fellas. Plus 1.5, man. Who you like on that game, G?
What's the over under on that game right now?
You asking stuff I didn't ask you that, man. I didn't ask the over on that. You gotta give me a second on that. I don't got that ready.
I think it's at 45.5, if I'm not mistaken. So 50, but
nah, you're way off. It's 51. 50 and a half. 50 and a half, actually.
Man, that's high as fuck. Nah, but I'll take. I'm buying points. If you're going with the Kansas City Chiefs, I'll buy points. I buy 2 extra points. I got Kansas City with for me plus 3.5. If you can buy points, I'll take that. But I still got Kansas City winning regardless, because to me it comes down to 2 things on the offensive side. One, can AJ Brown finally have a great game and come out whatever little show he has been the last 2 games? Can he be dominant again that he was during the regular season? And then can the Kansas City receiving corps, can they stay healthy throughout this game? Because everybody got hurt in the last 2 games as well for Kansas City. I believe Juju, didn't he get hurt? And then you got Tony that got hurt too. All these receiving core just got hurt in the last game alone. So those are the two X factors when you're talking about offensively for both teams. Defensively, for me, can Chris Jones dominate this game? And the same thing for Philly. Can that defensive line dominate? It's going to come down to those two. Those are my X factor when it comes to both offense and defense of this game. But yeah, I'll take the 1.5 Kansas City.
I like that. I like that, G. So you basically saying it's going to come down to the trenches and the secondary, and I don't disagree with you. I do think that the game's going to come down to the trenches. I think the Eagles obviously they have two strengths actually that are really prominent to this game. To me, the X factors for the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be the running backs. Um, Isaiah Pacheco, I think he's you obviously see he's a power back, and he's made the Chiefs offense a little bit more dynamic since stepping in. And the Eagles have struggled against the run. So if he has a big game, I think he could be an X factor for the Chiefs. Also, the Philadelphia Eagles are number one defense against screens in the NFL. McKinnon has been on the tear the last couple of weeks. Also, since they switched in Pacheco, and he's been a dynamic player. He scored in almost every game since Pacheco became a starter. So if they could stop one or the other, it's going to be very interesting. If Pacheco can get him moving, I think the running back that could be a situation. The defensive line on both sides is going to be important. I think the Eagles' defensive line with Mahomes, like I still consider him viable. So we could get him in there. He's going to be limited in any way, capacity. Make it so that he's not going to be able to do too much crazy stuff. I mean, you're going to get some stuff off. And then the third thing is the quarterbacks. For Philly, I mean, it's going to come down to quarterbacks going to have to make a play on both sides. Eventually, it's going to get to that point. So I agree. Shootout, I don't know. But it's going to get to that point where the quarterback's going to have to make a play. But, yeah, I think for Philly, the biggest X factor is going to be really establishing the run and the defensive line. And Jalen Hurts just getting in the rhythm. So I think whichever quarterback makes the most plays is probably going to win the game, most likely. But I think the trenches is where it's going to be won at. But that's just me. So what wrong got? Chiefs 34, Philly 31. Patrick Mahomes MVP. All right, cool. Thanks for sending that in.
Yeah, but hold on. But didn't they also the Chiefs took out Edwards out of the IR? Isn't he coming to play too? So that's 3 backs then.
Who?
Oh, they got Clyde coming back to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I just read that.
They're good without him right
Edwards is
now.
coming back, and I think
he was hurt or he was benched. I thought he got benched.
No, he goes in the IR, and then Harmon, he's going back to the IR.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's some guys on both teams. I feel like they got to make plays. Like outside of just the quarterbacks, like the quarterbacks have to make plays, bro. You know what I'm saying? I felt like last week, Marquez Valdez-Scantling stepped up big. Honestly, a couple games in these playoffs, he stepped up big for Pat Mahomes. Is he going to be the guy from that receiving core to make a big play? I don't know, but somebody from that receiving core is going to have to step up, bro. For the Eagles,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, for the Eagles, I'm looking at these guys that go under the radar, but always seem to turn up. I'm talking about guys like Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott. Like, these are guys that got to make big plays, bro. These guys have to make big – because those are the guys in Super Bowls that are like, yo, those are guys that, like, make your team run from week to week. So they have to show up in the Super Bowl, bro. And those are the guys that show up big in the Super Bowl. Yo, low-key –
I'll throw another name out
Kenneth
there, too. Quez Watkins.
Hey, Kenneth Gainwell is going to be my sleeper Super Bowl MVP. I'm going to throw a couple bucks on Gainwell's MVP because he's been cooking in these playoffs. If the Eagles win, it's going to be somebody from the running game. I think that will get it.
No, you made a good point. And Gainwell's he's a third down back. He gets a lot of play in the running game. He gets something out the backfield, take one for a long game. I can see that happening. That's an interesting little prop, actually. Super Bowl MVP. Actually, the Super Bowl is full of bets. It's a beautiful time to get involved in, get involved with some of these prop bets, man. So, are there any prop bets, anything in particular that y'all think that y'all was gonna jump in for the Super Bowl? They even got stuff you could even bet on. Y'all know y'all could bet on the Gatorade color that gets tossed at the end of the game.
That's the go-to one for me. My Gatorade pick is gonna be purple.
I gotta look up the odds on that, but I like that one. I think I might play that one actually, and I think it's gonna be green.
He said green. Get the fuck out of here.
What do you mean? I'm just saying if it's either gonna be green or orange, it's a good chance. I'm serious. Like that's like literally good advice. Green or orange? You pick of both teams, or red, I guess, right?
I feel like guessing the Gatorade. That's that's one of those ones. It's just you just pick a color and you just hope you just hope for the best. You know what I mean? But that's like the heads or tails one. I'd rather go heads or tails than Gatorade because I feel like Gatorade's a little more head or tails odds are probably a little worse. But
but at least the Gatorade, you feel like you had some type of strategic, tactical, decision that you made. The head to tails is literally 50 odds, like nothing.
So your tactical decision on the Gatorade is that the Eagles are green, so their Gatorade.
Yeah, they're going to drink green Gatorade. Yeah, for the game. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
if I was making,
I've never once been on a team where the team was like, "Hey, yo, somebody go tell the water boy, yo." Make sure the Gatorade is green, bro. Like I don't think that's I don't think that
nobody would. No, nobody's gonna go tell them. If you're a good water boy, you make it green. Water,
Yo, we got sour apple on deck today, fellas.
Yeah, like you gotta think about the flavor. That shit is awful. Like what? Like at least purple you can put with grape. Yeah, apple. Like,
hey yo, I'm not betting on green Gatorade because the one green Gatorade I can think that they even make is like green blue, and that might disqualify me on FanDuel.
My son is the only person I know that wants green Gatorade. It's green apple.
Oh my god!
Well, there you go.
Gatorade tastes like a blow pop, man. Come on.
Then they have like cucumber lemon.
Yeah, that one, the cucumber one. I had that one by accident.
Yo. You know that, AG? I thought you were about to say that's my shit.
Hell no, that was the worst decision of my life. I was so dehydrated that day. I was in 7-Eleven. I'm like, I'm thirsty. I need something.
Actually right. That's like they tried to make it like a cocktail or some shit.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, we are doing.
Y'all. The official options are actually as follows: orange, plus 350; yellow, lime green, or yellow and lime green are the same choice. So if yellow and green count as one, that's the cheat code. Plus 400; blue plus 400; red plus 450; clear plus 500; purple 750, or none. Meaning they don't throw any Gatorade out on the coach. Plus 1,000.
What if it's water? Water not on the list? I can't get a water.
Clear also counts as water. Meaning if it's clear Gatorade over water.
What's clear?
Plus 500.
I think I'll try my hands with the clear, bro. Because with the colors, bro, it's a total crapshoot. Maybe they accidentally throw the water though. That's my strategic. That's my strategic thought.
That's
me picking the color, that's a pipe dream, bro. But maybe my man slips up and they grab the water on accident, and boom, plus 500, we in there, baby.
And the excitement, they grab the water.
Right.
No, honestly, I feel that. That's not bad. That's not bad.
We don't want to get Coach sticky. Just throw the water on him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my feeling if it's Andy Reid, they're gonna throw to the Gatorade because he's been drawing mustaches on people and stuff. So I feel him.
Do they got a prop bet on if anybody's gonna run on the field? If there's gonna be a streaker?
I don't know. They probably do though. I wouldn't be surprised.
Because I feel like there's a Super Bowl where someone's gonna run on the field. Like,
where is it at? Arizona or Las Vegas?
Arizona.
Any bets on Rihanna's guest artist? Any prop bets on halftime?
I'm gonna look that up. That's a good one.
The halftime prop.
Yo, remember last year I called the halftime performance?
Yeah.
Remember I called the guest. I got that right. Remember 50 came out? I told he was gonna hit him with the power. I knew it, man.
Wait, it's only Rihanna on the joint this year. There's nobody else.
She's the only one that's been listed as a headliner, so I don't know if she would bring anybody. You're right. Let me see if there's any odds.
She definitely not bringing Future, bro. She definitely not bringing Future.
No. They do have odds.
That's a pipe dream, G. I feel you, bro. It ain't happening.
But they have that hit.
They got that one song, bro. I wouldn't even call it a hit.
They got two bets on the halftime show. They got what song she gonna do, and also they even got the guest appearance, like y'all said. So odds on favorite is Jay-Z because I guess he's associated with the NFL. You figure he might pull up. That makes sense.
Run this town. Give it a good run this town.
Get a good run this town, right?
Did they bring my boy Ye out?
Kanye.
It's crazy how you can go from being Joe Blow
They're definitely not letting them say that verse.
Who else is on the
To
list?
everybody, you know how
Well,
I go, man.
number one is Jay-Z at minus 225, Calvin Harris minus 175. I think they did that song together. You know, the pop joint. Drake minus 150, ASAP Rocky plus 200, DJ Khaled plus 200. They might hit that Wild Thoughts. You figure
It will
DJ
not
Khaled.
be DJ Khaled. It will not be DJ Khaled, bro.
They got Kendrick Lamar on here plus 250. I guarantee you it won't be Kendrick Lamar.
I could see that though.
Like he was on the joint last year.
Yeah,
that loyalty.
Nah, bro, they're not about to hit that.
I'm thinking
Eminem plus 300. That's about that. I might take that one.
Yeah. They love throwing Eminem out. They throw Eminem on everything, bro.
You know they're gonna do that.
Who should we choose? They're gonna bring him. We need a rapper. Who should we choose? I know. Eminem. That's how they kind of do that one.
Wait, didn't they have Eminem last year though too?
Yeah, they did.
The palms of sweat. I called the palms of sweaty mom spaghetti joint. He definitely hit that joint.
But we already knew Eminem was coming though. Eminem was in the surprise guest
on there.
Hey, what song Future got
Chris
with
Brown plus 10,000?
Chris Brown is not
foul. He is foul. He's foul. He said Chris Brown. This nigga is wild.
Future plus 900 though. I think they got a song together. Why they got Shakira on here? What song she gonna do?
Wait, Future on there? All right, yeah.
Future plus 900,
Future, bro. Let's roll the dice, baby. Let's roll the dice.
That's what I'm saying, Future.
Shakira's on here plus 1,200, and Neo and Chris Martin. I don't know who that is.
I think Neo comes in.
I'm going Calvin Harris. Like you're gonna need to entertain the other fan base. So it's got to be Shakira, Calvin Harris.
Caveat, they got ASAP Rocky plus 200, but they also have ASAP Rocky with the baby for plus 350.
No.
Yo, that would be a great look. Yo, Rihanna is probably, to me, Rihanna's like the best. I think she's the best female artist of our generation, personally.
The what?
Nah, I mean,
I should take that back. She's my favorite.
Yeah,
female artist of our generation.
Okay, I was about to say. So we're just gonna skip
up there
over.
Is the best, though, dog. She's up there as the best. She is up.
She's up there, though. She's up there. She's up there.
She's in the conversation.
Definitely up there. She's not the best, but she's up there.
Beyonce just dropped an album and she's going on tour.
Yeah, I know Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Rihanna. I like Rihanna.
You're not gonna put Beyonce.
I usually I'll say this. Historically, I've liked Rihanna's music more. Personally. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm with you. Personally, I like Rihanna.
That's all I'm saying.
Myself. But
I'm not trying to go with the accolades. I get that Beyonce's in a whole nother realm.
Stratosphere.
She is, bro. But to me, Rihanna's also almost on that same level of icon. And if she was to put my guy ASAP Rocky on the halftime show, don't get me wrong, ASAP is, he lit in his own right. But you know what I'm saying, his lady definitely outshines him when it comes to that. That'd be a great look. That would be a good look for him. Because I feel like we always talk about ballers, bro. We talk about ball players all the time. And one of the words we always use is bust. You know what I'm saying? Another thing we talked about earlier in the group chat is how some players will have like a good season or two. You feel me? And then they'll tailor off, and you'd be like, "Damn, you thought they were nice," but it's like, you know what I mean? ASAP Rocky's that guy. If this was hoops, this was NFL coming into the league. I was sure this guy was gonna be a star. I was like, "Oh yeah, he gonna give you buckets, bro, instantly." And it felt like he came in hot, bro, but he kind of tailored off. Did y'all listen to ASAP back in the day?
Yeah, everything
his first album was really good.
Everything is purple.
Pretty flock.
Yeah,
the mixtape was hard.
They say Travis Scott stole ASAP. They say he stole his swag.
No.
That's what they say, bro. Hey,
that's fact.
Bro. I'm just saying,
that's
bro.
Fact.
To me, they're totally different artists.
I don't know, bro. If you look how ASAP was kind of using that chopped and screwed kind of sound. But
ASAP has always had better. He's always been a better lyricist than Travis Scott. Just has really good production and ad libs.
Well, ASAP had the spot. You know what I'm saying? He was on the joint with Drake and Kendrick, and you kind of
yeah.
Where he would be.
He was on that one train. Yeah, he was on that. Yeah.
No, Drake wasn't on one train though.
Yes, he was.
Nah, Drake, he was on fucking Problems.
Yeah,
he's on fucking Problems. Yeah, he's on fucking Problems.
No, who was on one train?
One train was like all the young dudes at that time. It was like Kendrick. It was
Big Crit.
ASAP. It was Big Crit. It was Yellow Wolf randomly. Action Bronson randomly. Joey Badass was on there.
Right.
And then like Danny Myers or somebody? Not Danny Myers. Danny
Brown.
Danny Brown, bro. Danny Brown could actually rap his ass off, but it was real unconventional. People wasn't ready for it. But if Danny Brown was to come out now, he would sound a lot more like today's sound. But that was a good song, man.
Yeah,
what y'all think about ASAP Rocky though, bro? Is he rapping? Y'all rock with him?
I fuck with him. He's living my dream. He's living my dream.
He was doing pretty good. I mean, in talking about his career, I feel like he didn't put enough work out. But I mean, as an artist, it's like, I mean, everybody loved Frank Ocean, right? You know, he had a great first album, and then he also fell off for a long time. He didn't make music, and you know, then he dropped the album. His last album was pretty good. And A$AP Rocky, you know, had one really good album in my opinion. He had a good mixtape buzz. Then you know, he had an album that he dropped like 7 years later, and I'm like, okay, Jones decent, but you know, not enough. Not enough work.
Who would have ever thought Ferg would have been bigger than Rocky musically? You know what I'm saying?
Never would have thought that. Never.
But that's because it's that Rocky just stuck into fashion.
Facts. Yeah, he is kind of in his own kind of lane when it comes to that.
Ain't Tyler whole camp too?
Yeah, and he fuck with Tyler the Creator camp. Yeah, he fuck with each other
to some extent.
No, they're big friends. Cause you ever heard that song with Tyler the Creator and A$AP Rocky? They're literally dissing each other, but it's like
I'll tell you what though,
they're poking fun at each other.
That I like.
Now I would say since you bringing them up, I mean, I say Tyler. I would say at the beginning of the time when A$AP Rocky and Tyler Creator came out, I would have thought that A$AP Rocky would have outdone him in his career. I think Tyler Creator has done a lot more than A$AP Rocky.
Tyler Creator,
at least in terms of,
yeah, that's a fact. And Tyler Creator is also in his own lane too, bro. He seems like he's more than a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, he be having shows, and I don't really watch. I never seen it. I've seen Loiter Squad before, which is kind of strange show. But I haven't seen his other shows, man. But he always got like some sort of creative project going on, and he can rap his ass off too, though, bro. That's another dude that like, bro, that man can rap.
I mean, he won a Grammy.
To me, that don't mean nothing,
I know,
bro.
He won a Grammy.
What y'all think about the Grammys, bro? Y'all watch the Grammys?
I watched it.
Nah, I didn't watch that. I didn't know that was even happening.
To 50 years of hip hop or whatever it was.
Yeah. Bring back the BET Awards. Make the BET Awards great again.
Bro, all them award shows terrible, man. You just at this point you just watch for a random performance or something to tweet about. But the awards don't even matter, man. Beyonce got robbed and continues to get robbed,
but the way they seek validation from these award these like the Grammys and stuff like that, man. Like, I mean, I know it's a whole other conversation, but I don't know, man. It's strange to me, bro. It's strange that like the culture, you know, what is the quote unquote culture, seeks validation from a whole nother set of rules and guidelines, and then wants to like regulate itself though. Like, if you want to be a self-regulating culture, bro, have your own damn awards, and we gonna really know that award was who it's really supposed to go to. You feel me? Like,
I don't know. All I know in my Instagram timeline, it was a whole lot of Bad Bunny for the Grammy. Whole lot of Bad Bunny.
I'm sure he killed.
Yeah, that's fair though. Bad Bunny had a hell of a year.
And if he would have won Artist of the Year, how could anybody have been mad at that, bro? That man was on the top of the gas station roof with 1 million people surrounding him. In like, bro, Bad Bunny. I don't know one song. I don't know one Bad Bunny.
Who won Artist of the Year?
I don't know, but it should have been him. I don't know why he didn't win it.
Who was it, T?
I don't know who won Artist of the Year. Beyonce got robbed for Record of the Year or Song of the Year or something like that.
Oh, well, who was it? Ed Sheeran?
No, it was somebody.
You said Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran won it for his part on Peru.
Somebody I don't listen to. It was an older act, I believe.
Yo, Ed Sheeran won the Grammy for Best Crossover Performance for his role on Peru. Peru remix.
What?
Grammys love Ed Sheeran. You know that stuff.
That's how they be reaching. That's how they be reaching for these Grammys, bro. Best crossover performance,
That is
like
not
you know
bad.
what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, like I
said,
said,
Hey, best rap performance, Kendrick Lamar though. What's up?
shout out to Kendrick. He probably got hella Grammys.
Best melodic rap performance, Future, Drake.
Tim's
Best rap song, Kendrick Lamar. Best rap album, Kendrick Lamar. I don't know. I like these selections. Bad Bunny's out here too, though. You right about that.
Is Bad Bunny
I know
considered
Mark
rap?
Anthony still made music.
Is Bad Bunny in the rap category?
What category?
Nah, best musica urbana, actually.
See, I don't like that, bro. I don't like that.
I don't like that they put. I don't like that they put the word urban, but the way they put it out is Spanish urban music. But it's just
like he raps, right? Like, shouldn't he be in the rap category?
He kind of does rap.
No, so he's more like a Drake.
But Drake's in the rap category.
He's more like singing with a flow.
Sing with a flow. Okay. Drake's not a rapper. You said T?
No, he is.
Drake is a rapper.
I consider Drake a rapper. Yeah.
So yeah,
but Drake will rap his ass off.
Yeah, Drake can rap.
But I wouldn't put Bad Bunny as a lyrical artist. I just said like he's a singer with a flow. Like he can give you some good melodies, some good bars here and there, but nothing's gonna really stick to you. Oh shit, this nigga just dropped gems to me. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get up on Bad Bunny because clearly, man, Bad Bunny runs.
It's a vibe.
He runs.
It's a vibe, especially internationally.
Sound like a passport, bro, over there.
Nah, I'm saying,
especially internationally.
It's Bad Bunny.
It goes up internationally.
What happened to you?
Is that what you play? You know what I'm saying? You get your passport, you hit a Latin country, you throw on some Bad Bunny.
Yeah, you play the Bad Bunny.
Got to. Yo, no cap. My boys just came back from Colombia, and they were telling me that Bad Bunny would be featured in songs. They would just play his verse and then turn to another song.
Dang.
Is that real? In Latin countries, he's number one, and then you have other rappers or other singers, and like if Bad Bunny's verse is second, they'll play his verse first, and then play the first verse last. If that verse is even good enough.
You might know what happened to J Balvin.
He's still there. He's right there with Bad Bunny. J Balvin. He's still there. He's Colombian. He's still good. He's good.
I heard of him, T.
Balvin. That's hilarious, man.
I seen him on a featuring before.
When people was talking about Bad Bunny, I was thinking J Balvin. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking all the colors.
Yeah, T, what you trying to say? All Latinos look the same?
Nah, I mean,
all light-skinned Latinos?
I mean, sure. I don't know.
No. J Balvin, Colombian, Bad Bunny, Puerto Rican.
All right. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Since we on this, whatever happened to my man Daddy Yankee?
He retired. This is last year.
Hold up, he legit retired?
He's legit retired. Yeah, he's done.
He should have went out on top. That's my era right there. Daddy Yankee, Lumi D, you know what I'm saying? Noriega. That's my Latin music. That's my Latin music.
But Noriega is even Latino. Well, he is Latino, but he's not even considered Latino rap. He's just considered rap.
Why you ain't trying to give up? Why
you not Latino? Why you trying to hate on my guy?
Nah, he's black because Noriega Capone, that was officially American rap. He helped the Latino genre, but Noriega, like, what you know Nori for? What? You don't know Nori for no Spanish joint. Except for that one with the sisters.
That joint went number one on Billboard.
Which one?
The joint, what's it called? Oye Mi Canto or something? I don't know what it's called.
With Nina Skies, like I said, he only had one Spanish joint. The rest of his shit,
he went dumb on that.
All American. All American.
Right, but that one Spanish joint technically qualifies him as an urbano. What was it?
Urbano music.
Música urbana. whatever the fuck these white
Give
Americans say.
my man Nori his credit, bro. He bridged the gap.
No,
Music
I'm not
or
saying he
bomb.
did. Nori bridged the gap between Latin America and
Hey
America.
T, Daddy,
He bridged the gap.
Daddy Yankee was actually one of the candidates, T, in that category. No funny business.
Daddy
He was
Yankee
No
actually
still
funny
one of the
shit.
cranking out
candidates.
them nominations, boy. Shout out to
He's still
Daddy
getting them.
Yankee,
He's still
man.
getting them. He's still out here.
Yo,
That's
also
impressive.
shout out to fans of Urbano Musicana, you know what I'm saying, for not letting their legends go to the wayside, bro, and still, you know,
Right,
still
Bryce,
bumping
Bryce.
that music.
You ain't not gonna believe this. The name of the album is actually called Legend Daddy. He's
I've been
called him a legend.
I've been called that in my life a few times. I'm just saying. I'm sick.
That's hilarious.
Now these boys out here creating their own legends.
No, but Bryce just called him a legend, and he just confirmed. He's agreed. He was in agreement with the name of the legend. He's a legend in his own right, I guess.
Daddy Yankee is a legend. He legendary to me.
Yeah.
To some extent. All right, good
He's
point.
the first.
He said to some extent, man, all right, man, keep it back in the comment. He is a legend.
He's a legend, no question.
And but you know, to some extent, the fuck?
Well, you back? You trying to come at my man Nori like he wasn't El Pollo Loco in that movie? Like that's clearly Hispanic.
You figured Dilby.
I don't say. I remember Nori from Band from TV. That's why I first heard Nori.
He transitioned his career. It's lit.
Band from TV is a classic rap song. One of the greatest.
Hey, but yo, back to the sports though, fellas. We got to hit Kyrie real quick, man, before we move on.
Shout out to a Jersey legend.
Shout out to the boy Kyrie Irving. He on the move again, as y'all know. It was interesting. I think what was more interesting about Kyrie Irving is the fact that where he was traded to. I think I feel as though there was a power play involved in that, and I think that was the biggest story to this. But I'm gonna let y'all tell me first before I say it. Bryce, what do you think about this Kyrie Irving trade? What's the biggest thing that you think about when you think about this trade?
First thing I thought was probably like every other fan, bruh. The firepower in Dallas is crazy right now, bruh. You got arguably the best two scorers in the game right now. If somebody thought Luka was the best scorer in the league, it'd be hard for me to argue him. And if someone told me Kyrie is the best scorer in the league, if they're saying that, they probably have some good evidence as to why. And I think that could be argued too. Those two guys on the same team, bro. You talking about 2 30-point per game scores on the same team? I don't know how it's going to work out, how it's going to look, but I don't see how it couldn't work, bro. Like, I feel like history has shown when you put two dynamic scorers on the same team, they find a way. I don't think Kyrie and Luka will be any different. That to me, that really bumps Dallas up in favorites for in the playoffs this year. They're going to be a tough out. Now, let's not forget they got over that hump last year, right? Finally won a series, right? You know, guys like me kept saying like Luka got to do something in the playoff. I was hard on Luka because of that. And the last year, he shut me up with that. You know what I'm saying? And now but it seemed like they needed a little bit more to get to the finals. They couldn't get. They almost did, bro. They was fighting, but they couldn't quite get to those finals, right? And
I disagree. I think they need a lot more. But go ahead.
Yeah, but they made the Western Conference though. They made the Western.
But it felt like. But I do agree. But I do feel like it felt like they needed a lot more to get to the next step, in my opinion, because they didn't seem anywhere near.
Guess what, Scrub? They just got a lot more, bro. Like they just went from Spencer Dinwiddie to Kyrie Irving. That's like the ultimate. Kyrie Irving is Spencer Dinwiddie super sent. You feel me? So it's like you literally just got a lot more. Now let's see what happens, bro. That could be what they need. You know, that could be
on one side of the ball. It's a lot more. I think yet again, no disrespect, Bryce, but I think most fans is always overlooking at the offensive side and overlooking the defensive side. I don't know who that team is stopping defensively.
Spencer Dinwiddie he wasn't no lockdown defender.
I'm just saying, are you looking for this on the swap side? But I still say this team has already had the biggest problem when I watch Dallas play this year is they can't stop anybody, and they got Luka because Luka's going. And you've seen this plenty with Washington. Basically, you got a guy putting up 60 points, and they're not even in the basketball game. So how's that possible? Bad defense. Tell me.
But also, that's a good point. But Luka's gonna get a lot taken off his plate now, bro. With Kyrie there. That could help.
Maybe, but does he give? Does he? It's going to get taken off his plate, but is he going to give it off his plate? It's a difference. And T, you got it. You talk a lot about Luka, and honestly, I was a guy that was big on Luka too. And honestly, I'm very critical of Luka this season. I feel as though he hasn't done a great job sharing the rock. I think the team is lacking. And I don't know. It doesn't seem like he makes anyone around him better. And he's got poor leadership skills. But T, man, what do you think about Luka and Kyrie? Do you think that they could coexist in the same backcourt? And you mentioned it's not easy to play with Luka. Do you think Kyrie can do it? It's not easy to deal with Kyrie either. So
I've been thinking about this, and what I do know is both of them boys can put the ball in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
without a doubt, you can go to any one of them in any situation and expect a bucket. But what bothers me, or what I'm intrigued about at least, is when and where they share the ball. Who takes the last shot? Who takes the shot in big possessions? From my point of view, I've never seen Kyrie thrive, or I didn't say thrive, but like want to be a number 2 player, right? Where this should be probably a 1A, 1B situation, but everywhere Kyrie's been, he feels like he's 1A. I thought he did share the ball in Brooklyn, but you just saw when KD left, Kyrie went Super Saiyan. Like, he prefers to play the same style of basketball as Luka. Ball's in my hand, win, lose, or draw. I'm scoring or I'm creating. It's Luka's team. I don't care what Kyrie comes and does. You could be the better player, right? Still Luka's team. I fully expect, outside of winning a championship, and even still then maybe, I fully expect Kyrie to walk after this season. The Mavericks are rolling dice here and taking a chance and getting Luka some help, and they'll get to see what Luka looks like next to a legit superstar. So I'm not mad at the move, but Scruff, I don't buy this team going into the finals and winning. Even if they get there, I don't buy them winning because who are you going to stop? And Kyrie will play. Kyrie is a willing defender. He ain't no slouch.
Right, he's strapped up Harden.
He ain't no slouch, but I don't know. I got to see it to believe it first. Everywhere Kyrie is gone, he's alienated the fan base. So
man, bro, hold up, bro. I can't let that slide, bro. I can't let that slide. Kyrie didn't alienate no fan base in Cleveland. He brought him a championship, bro.
And he walked
as a one. Okay, whatever, bro. That's emotions. That's emotions.
But if
a player leaving alienates a fan base, get out your emotions, fam.
Hold on, why did he walk?
Bro, because he had the right to, bro. I don't care why he walked. Man had the right to walk. Because he was in Cleveland. That's why he walked.
Nah, he wanted to be the guy, right? He didn't want to be in the LeBron shadow.
He asked Cleveland, "What are your future plans?" LeBron is the guy. I'm gone. He wants to be the show.
All right. Period. All right, fine. He wants to be the show. All right, cool. And I don't blame him for wanting to be that fresh off a chip. Fine, bro.
He definitely alienated Boston's fan base, though.
But let's not act like he doesn't know how to be 1B, though. Let's not act like Kyrie doesn't know how to be 1B and get a championship doing that. You feel me? Like,
he was a willing participant. Yeah, in the past, he has to be willing. I think. Bro, that's the question.
Willing? What do you think he's going to do there and not try to get a chip? He's going to average.
I mean, he won't. Is he going to be committed to playing hard in Dallas? Is he? What are we going to?
Bro, wait, y'all. What y'all are missing is this, bro. Kyrie was getting. Y'all don't remember that graphic? People still use it sometimes, like when they're talking about just 2 crazy games, bro. They were both going dumb. Like y'all acting like only one, bro. Kyrie gonna go dumb. Luka gonna go dumb. Like they're gonna trade off, bro. Luka's always gonna go dumb. Kyrie's always gonna go dumb. It's gonna be just like it was with LeBron and Kyrie, bro. We both getting 40 tonight. We both getting 35 tonight. Like, come on, bro. I've seen it before. I don't know why y'all are so skeptical about this. Luka versus Kyrie, it's going to work. Hey, I know y'all love running the tape. Run this. Luka and Kyrie's going to work, people. I'm not saying it's going to be a championship. I'm telling you this. It's about to work. It's about to be dynamic. They about to be running through folks, bro.
Hold on.
Let's define this though, Bryce. Because I mean, I'm not gonna let you just make a blanket statement like that. So, like, okay, it's gonna work. What is working? What does that look like?
You remember what it looked like when KD and Kyrie played together, and they were a foot. They were a KD big toe away from advancing. You remember what that looked like?
Yeah.
You remember how good that looked?
What round was that?
Bro, you asked me what it's gonna look like, bro. Let me finish, bro. You remember how
Yo,
good
so
that
how
looked?
far are you gonna get?
Oh, let me finish. Let me just finish, Scruff, before you interject. Just let me finish. Remember how good that you remember how good those two look together? You remember how good? You remember how good it looked when Kyrie was hitting the game to hitting the buzzer beater to send them boys to game 6? You remember how good that looked? It's gonna look just like that. It's gonna look just like that, bro. It's gonna look exactly like that. Honestly, you never know. It might look better, bro. Because maybe Luka is at a point in his career where like he needs that guy. See, that's the other thing that's getting missed in this. See, Luka's done everything except win a championship at this point. We haven't got an MVP, but he hasn't won a chip. Sometimes when you haven't won that, you need the guy the same way LeBron needed D-Wade. Hey, this is how you win one. But y'all act like Kyrie never won one, bro. Like y'all looking at Kyrie like, oh, I guess that's just LeBron's chip. Cool. But like Kyrie won a championship, bro, and he's coming to Dallas.
No, you make a good
and
point.
He's also coming to a coach like with Rick Carlisle, who is an experienced coach. And guess what he has?
No,
too,
Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd.
It's not Rick Carlisle.
Kid.
It's definitely
Christ.
Kid. It's definitely Kid. But Carlisle's still in the office, in the front office, right?
No, he's not. He left.
All right, my bad on that. Getting ahead of myself on that. Got ahead of myself on that. But I don't know, bro. I see it working. On second thought, Jason Kidd might be the only thing that holds this shit back. Because if anything, he's ruined some situations in the past. You feel me?
No, he hasn't. The thing with the Bucks, they were there for all. Look, Giannis cried about Jason Kidd leaving. It was like Giannis was like, yo, damn, y'all left my coach. At one point, let's not forget, Giannis was ready to sit down because Jay Kidd got fired.
Yep. Didn't know what he was talking about.
Huh?
Giannis didn't know what he was talking about. Kid he's not it.
I don't know. Luka's game got a little bit better than Kidd.
Kid is not it, bro.
So what y'all?
My one take about this trade is going to show us one thing: can Luka play with another star player? Because we all know Kyrie is going to leave, and if Luka and Kyrie looks good, they could attract people this offseason coming up if they go pretty far. And then also showed me that the owners are not playing with players. Because look, the owner for the Nets reports came out. He said he wasn't going to Los Angeles. No way, no how. And I love to hear that shit. Because now you have owners fighting back the power. So when players thought they could get whatever they wanted this time around, look, they sent them off to Dallas. And none of us saw that shit happen. And we all thought he was going to go to Los Angeles. And I like that for the NBA. I like to see that owners are fighting back just as much as players are fighting back.
What side are you on, G? Like, what show are you on, bro?
San Antonio. I was a city away.
Yeah, you was just there. Just there.
I thought LeBron was making chess moves.
That's an interesting point, man. I didn't look at it from that lens, bro. But like, yeah, that was definitely a power move by I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Joe Tsai? I'm kind of blocking that. Well, it seemed like the Lakers did everything in their power to try to get. And it looked like their package might have been a little better than
the package was much better. Yeah, it was bad. The package was much better in my opinion from the Lakers. So in my opinion,
but that's an owner that doesn't see. That's you don't care about the team, bro. If you take the worst package to me, you don't really care about the team unless
you do care about the team.
They directly affect you. Like you can't care about the team first if you're like not taking the best deal, bro. You care about
you do though. Think about it like this: if they took the best deal, right? Then what the fuck does KD has to do to get the fuck out of there? You gotta show KD you got some kind of strong pull that even if you want out, you ain't going where you want to go. Imagine if the Nets
game broken for that, bro. Maybe it's too late for that.
Think about it like this: if you give Kyrie what he wanted, went to the Lakers, then KD would have been out by Thursday himself. He'd be like, I'm out too. Fuck this, I'm out. So what are you talking about? You're not doing good for the team. You're doing good by the team by showing KD, we're gonna give you whatever you need to at least continue competing. But Kyrie ain't getting shit from us. We're gonna send him the fuck to Dallas. He lucky he ended up with the Magics. He was nice enough not to send him with the Magics. I'm gonna ship his ass off to the Magics. Like, yo, bro, fuck you. You going to the worst part of Florida ever, Orlando. have fun.
Nah, you make a good point though, G. You make a good point. He made an example. They did a little bit make an example out of Kyrie. They didn't give him exactly what he wanted, and he makes a good point though. I mean, if KD want to act up, okay, bro, we're gonna send you back to OKC.
Well, where does that? Okay, all right, cool. So that it sounds good for now, right? And maybe, but then now it starts a war, bro. And where does it go? Because like, hey, if the owners are retaliating, the players are up next to retaliate, bro. And we've been talking about it. I've talked about my power to the players movement. You know what I'm saying, that I've been noticing, and I don't know, bro. Maybe the owners try and get their lick back, and if that happens, like, what does that look like in the future, bro?
I mean, it looks like a lockout. It looks like a strict CBA, which you're headed towards anyway, and probably both sports, football and basketball. But owners got to fight back. At the end of the day, right? You're not gonna find any successful organizational structures where the person at the top can be bullied by the people underneath them. I mean, it just is what it is. It's unfortunate. The fact of the matter, if you let the players dictate where they go, when they play, time off, like, what do you own?
Yeah, you make a good point.
Because you also got to think about it like this. Look how many times you got players like Kawhi Leonard sitting out all the time. You got back to Kyrie Irving, sat out damn near a whole year. Like, as a fan, right? We pay hard-earned money to go watch these players. Just so we find out when you get to the stage, oh man, he's sitting out. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, I like to see the owners getting back to these players. Like, all right, if you guys got to start earning y'all keep now too. Just as much as we pay you guys a high amounts of guaranteed money. What the fuck?
Come on, G. You on the owner side? Hey, G, I already know,
I'm
bro.
on the owner side all the way,
that's what I'm
man.
saying, bro. He
Nah,
violated.
bro.
Hey,
It's a violation when I gotta go. I pay so much money to go watch these players. This when I get to my set, I'm saying nothing but the third strings playing. What the fuck?
Man, you love working for the man, G.
Hey, you said G loves the establishment, huh?
You feel me? It gives me a pension, give me health care, and give me insurance. And I get more vacation days. Power to the power.
Hey, shout out my man Charlie O in the comments, man. He said my man Charlie O said the owners will win in the end, bro. I do agree, man. The owners will win in the end, unless somebody decides to go rogue. And like, what was interesting about the whole lockout thing, just like the last 5-10 years, is we've seen basketball leagues emerge, right? If it was some big wild lockout, like we've seen Ice Cube have a success with the Big Three. We've seen these basketball tournaments go pretty viral. ESPN does theirs every year. And it gets eyes on it. You never know. Never say never. But yeah, Charlie, I think I'm with you, bro. These owners just a little too powerful, man. And it'll be very tough system overturn.
The owners are going to win because
I can't believe this guy.
I'll tell you why the owners are going to win, right? It's just like playing poker, right? The person at the table with the most money is bound to win, right? Because they don't have as much to lose. Every decision you make as a player, you got to make it life or death. Like, this is your money. This is your chance to be rich, your chance to solidify your family. The owners got the bread already. They can wait you out. We lock out for a year. That's going to hurt the players more, the owners.
Owners.
Players, right?
Players, actually.
It's going to hurt the players because there's more 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th men on the bench than there are guys making 30, 40 million a year. There's guys that are relying on the very next season to play that are going to come there and be like, hey, y'all tripping. We need to get back on the court. And that's how it goes. You can't get those players to combine because everybody's in different tax brackets. One guy has a Benz, one guy has a fleet of Benzes. So owners will win, man. Big bank take little bank.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact, and it's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. I think that you want to see it even. You want to see the playing field even between players and owners. But then again, G does make a good point. Everybody's got a boss that works, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, where is that line of like, bucking at the boss? You know what I'm saying? and maybe they feel like Kyrie has crossed that line, and that's why
like,
you know he did. You remember. Just don't forget what happened 2 months ago when he did the whole thing with the
Nah, bro,
who.
that's out of pocket. That's out of pocket. Let's not even bring that up. That's
We're
out
not
of
going to
pocket.
say their names.
Sure,
you remember when he said when he clapped it, who's? They said you gotta do X, Y, and Z. You gotta jump through hoops, and then who they send him to? They send him Shark Tank over there. I'm sure he's got good relations with those folks. So,
the Mark Cuban. I feel like G is not power to the owners. I think G is power to the people. If I pay for a ticket, I don't want to see load management. Like I absolutely don't want to see a player that's day to day. Like, what do you mean?
What they got to do with sending?
I don't get it either. I'm not seeing the parallel.
I don't see the correlation with that. I mean, I'm with that. I agree with that.
You can't let if you leave
what
it
does
up.
That have to do with this?
If you leave it up to the players, right, and you don't, and as an owner, you don't impose your will a little bit, the players are going to do nonsense. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to want to play. They're going to want more money. You know what I'm saying? So I think from that point of view, the owners care about the product. The players care about themselves.
The owners care about the product in relation to making money off the product, though. That can't be forgotten either. They care about the product in relation to making money off. They don't really care about the product,
in relation to the bottom line.
But whose money is it? If I'm paying the money, right, you're doing something that I want to see, most likely, because I'm willingly giving you my money. You know what I'm saying?
To make money back. To make money.
And think about it like this, right? Look what the Nets gave up to have Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and KD. They literally gave up the young core to get James Harden. And just to get back Dinwiddie for Kyrie Irving, it's like, yo, they gave up so fucking much in return. You know what they get out of all of this from the original Big Three? Spencer Dinwiddie. They gave him up just to get him back. That's like giving up $100 to get back out of nowhere. You're supposed to get back a whole $200, but all you got back in return was $5. Like, what the fuck?
You end up with the same joint you started with, except a crustier version of it.
I don't like Spencer Dinwiddie. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, you hate Spencer Dinwiddie. I remember that.
I mean, he's all right.
He's a good basketball.
But then,
he's a great talker. You listen to a Spencer Dinwiddie interview, you're gonna be like, oh, this guy's a dog. He can break down the hell out. He can break the hell out the game. He can break it down. Bro, he'll be a great coach. He
can play this game, bro. Spencer Dinwiddie can play at a high level, but I don't like his look. I don't like his last name. I don't like
look, bro. Damn.
Hold on, let me finish.
Bro.
I don't like
this guy's. This is a personal attack. His last name?
Yes, I don't like Dinwiddie.
He said, I don't like your name. I don't like how you smile, how you breathe.
Your clothes, whack. Your shoes, whack.
Yeah. Your whole personal style.
Bruh, I don't think he makes your team makes or breaks a team, right? I don't think he elevates a team. I think he's a role player that you can start, like a Jordan Clarkson. There's a couple, Josh Hart. There's a couple of those guys that are great.
He's like Reggie Jackson.
You know what I'm saying? They can start. But
I feel you. Like if you have them starting, you're not a good team if they start.
Nah, but Reggie Jackson ain't trash though. He's better than Spencer Dinwiddie.
Nah,
debatable.
Disagree.
They're like that same tier though. They're
definitely in the same bracket.
That same little tier where you don't know which guy you're getting night to night. You know what I'm saying?
Like Reggie Jackson, Spencer Dinwiddie. They're like the girl you're not gonna marry, but like I don't know if I want you to leave. Like you got value, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to lock in. You know what I mean? Like that.
He's like, I have fun with you, girl, but I just got something with you. I just can't let go.
I can't win. Like we're not gonna big one together, but it's gonna be entertaining.
That's another one that goes in the handbook.
You and Spencer Dinwiddie, they're probably thinking we can't win the big one. Y'all wasn't gonna go to the finals with Spencer Dinwiddie as a second guy. He was a second guy.
No, Dinwiddie
not happening.
You ain't going to the finals with a second guy, bro. I'm sorry. You had to upgrade that. I'll probably take Spencer over Reggie too, personally.
No. Didn't Reggie went off during the playoffs last year?
Because he was there.
I think Spencer's a little more consistent, bro. Spencer's, yeah, I think Spencer's a little more consistent, but that's close.
I'll
though.
take Spencer too.
But what's the origin of Dinwiddie?
What is wrong with you?
I
Like, where's that?
want to say Ukraine.
I don't know where it's from.
Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's got slavery. Seems like it's passed down from someone else's last
Yeah,
name.
but I could, if the Jacksons used to own your family, I get it. But the Dinwiddies, you was owned by the Dinwiddies.
Like, yo, if Dinwiddie was an insult, I could like, yo, you a
know what it-
Dinwiddie.
You know what?
Like, I can see, bro.
Too close to Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie. Oh wow.
But nah, I'm just
It's
joking.
Scottish, Ireland, England roots. Dinwiddie.
Okay, all right. I like that. I like that.
You like it now?
I like it. I like it a little better now.
He says it's Scottish and Irish. Count me in. That's what he said.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Facts.
He said you might be related to McGregor. I might fuck with you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No,
But
I can't rock with it.
I'm messing around. What else we got?
I think we pretty much covered everything.
What are you watching?
Let me hit a quick. What are you watching, man? I'll go ahead and hit that off real quick. I'm gonna name what I'm watching. What was I watching? I started watching Last of Us. Pretty good. Although people said it was the best first episode in the history of first episodes, and I don't know who paid that critic, but they must have paid him a lot. Is now. Also was watching Kaleidoscope on Netflix. Pretty good. I did enjoy that a lot. Really good. Like different. You can start in any order as long as you finish with the right colors. They give you bits and pieces of the story, and it all comes together at the end. Pretty good. I like bank heist stuff. That's probably about it for me. T.
So I seen both of those. Are you caught up with Last of Us?
No, I didn't watch the most recent episode.
Which would be episode 3 or 4?
Okay,
I think it's 4.
4.
4. It's 4.
Yeah, I watched 3. I watched 3 of them.
So you watched 3. Without giving away no spoilers, you watched the, you know what I'm saying, the couple when they went, like, it was like a prequel episode almost.
Whoa,
Yeah.
stop.
Okay. All right. Well, no spoilers.
Yeah, let's leave it alone.
Do you agree with this statement? Because this is how I felt after I watched it. I got on Twitter and I seen some people say similar.
Talking about the most recent episode?
The 3, not 4.
Oh, okay.
I felt like 3 was probably one of the best episodes of TV you're going to see this year, period. If not in the last year or two. Like,
I think thus far in this calendar year, it was one of the best episodes, but we're only in February.
It was just a strong piece of writing. You know what I'm saying?
3 was the one where like basically showed the
zombie joint. Zombie joint.
3 is about the couple.
Yeah, 3 is about the couple. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. So 3 is about that was a strong ass episode, bro. That was a strong ass episode.
Okay, all right.
Best of the last couple years? No, bro. No. I can't give it that. Bro. I can't give it that. That was strong though, and I see what you mean on that because you know it was like it was different. It was like it hit on different aspects of what good shows do. It did what good shows do. That episode, bro. Right. It made you interested in something that the show wasn't all the way about.
For what appears to be a zombie show, you're not getting that from Walking Dead. You're not getting
That's the difference between this show. From what I've talked about to people that were really into this, and they said the difference between this show and The Walking Dead is it's not just mindless zombies. The show is really about how the people are worse than the zombies because in order to survive in that life, you have to be.
That the humans are monsters too.
They're worse than the zombies.
Yeah,
and that's really what the show is going to show you.
Got you.
That's why that episode hit.
I did see Kaleidoscope too. I thought for a heist joint, outside of the innovative way you can watch the show, which I think is something that other shows should do going forward. I thought it was an average heist joint. Couple plot holes. I'm trying to think what else am I watching. Mayor of Kingstown. I don't know why. I do know why. It's because it's on Paramount. It's easily the best show on TV. It's not even close. Like,
season 2 came out?
Season 2 is out.
Oh shit, I gotta watch it.
Season 2 is out. and it's just as good as season 1, if not better. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah. So I again, if you're not watching Mary of Kingstown, you need to catch up because this is the most
That
raw.
shit's crack.
I saw the first couple episodes. I think I saw like the first 1 or 2, and Paramount had some other things that was hooking me a little more, but I gotta get back into Mary Kingstown.
1923 on Paramount. It's a prequel to Yellowstone. It's a sequel to 1887, maybe. I love that 1880, whatever it was. I love that show. I love 1923. I still never watched Yellowstone, but 1923 is a strong show. Maybe I just like that time period. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't a good time period for us. But
It was not. It was not.
everybody
1923, man.
everybody else it seemed lit. Like,
Oh damn.
It was at the time of their lives, the glory years, boy.
bro, it did, bro. You could just, you know what I'm saying? When they say make America great again, I think that's what they talking about. When you could just go back to destiny.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Manifesting destiny. You know what I'm saying?
And you go hit you a crazy mind on the gold rush. We rich.
You feel me?
The gold rush. Hey, but they was living a real American dream.
You try to put in a fence post, you try to for you. Like you was manifesting out there. Now you can't manifest nothing other than some.
That was a time. What a time to be alive, though, really. Because, like, the people try to say, like, crypto, gold rush. They faked us on that one. But
you think crypto's done, bro?
no, I don't think it's done. I just think it's subject. I just think it's subject to anything else, like the money market is. It's not withstanding. It's not withstanding of a market. It's not meaning it can be manipulated by powerful folks. Is what I mean.
So
gold just being available in the land and you just pick it up. It's not too often you can do that. Like, come on.
Right. I mean, the gold has a value that can go up and down too, but
gold still holds value to this day. It's still better than the dollar.
No, it's better than crypto too. Like, if I take your phone,
it's still better than everything. Yeah, it's better than everything. You're better than stock, bonds, all that shit.
But
gold. The gold.
That's
yeah.
That's about it for what I'm watching. I'm watching a ton of other stuff too, but Mayor Kingstown is the one that I look forward to every week. I'm watching it week to week, so that lets you know. Gangs of
How many episodes?
They're on episode 4. They're
oh damn.
Yeah, right there with Last of Us and Mayor Kingstown, two joints I'm watching week to week. So,
all right. Anybody else got anything to throw in there before we wind it down for our final show of?
I got a joke. Damn, I need to start watching Bang Bros. So I finally got something to watch.
There you go.
And that's the joke, guys. Don't take me too seriously.
Last of Us is fire though, man. I think the good thing about Last of Us, I think anybody can check it out, man. It's one of those shows where I think you don't got to be an action person. You don't got to be a a love story person. Like, bro, they're catching every moment in that show. I think that is unique. I think they said Fresh Prince comes back this month too, so I'm excited for that, man. I didn't think I was going to enjoy the new Fresh Prince, but man, the new Fresh Prince is good, bro. And I'm sad that I slept on it for as long as I did because it's legitimately good television, man.
Oh, you fellas are going to buy the new Harry Potter game?
Absolutely not.
No.
I didn't buy any Harry Potter books. I haven't watched any Harry Potter movies.
You said game?
Y'all sleeping on it. Y'all sleeping on the Hogwarts game. That shit crack.
All we play is Duty and Madden around these parts. It's Duty or Madden for me, man. It's either Call of Duty or it's Madden. I'm nice at either one, so get at me.
I might look into it, G.
I'm telling you, it's crack. This is gonna be like a online service with it.
All right, the Harry Potter game.
Is it like open world? Like you?
Yes.
So I create my own wizard and I level up and acquire spells. I'm guessing.
Yes, and you know how Harry Potter you get to there's a bunch of other games. Yeah, you get to pick your own game.
Can you play Quidditch?
Yes.
Oh, of course you can.
You people, I ain't seen that.
I hate that. I hate
people. You talking about the movie with
That's the
Hey,
joint
bro,
with
I wasn't
with
feeling
Seth
that
with
jump, bro.
No, that shit is trash.
You
That
don't
shit
I
know
is
that?
wasn't feeling
garbage.
that jump, bro. I gave it the only funny parts to me was Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy killed it in his couple little like moments, but
Oh, I
overall,
feel like
bro, that
Michael
jump was
Epps
so
did his thing on
unbelievable.
that shit. Michael Epps
Come
had
on,
the
you
better
gonna, you,
moments.
you gonna tell me Jonah Hill just go back Lauren London, bro? All right,
The
I
White
got
Mom
some.
was
I got
pretty
some
funny.
fertile land in Alaska to sell you.
No.
Got some fertile land in Antarctica to sell you, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I ain't watch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in no hurry to watch it. So
It wasn't. Yeah, it was a watch it with
I
your
agree with
shorty,
Bryce.
man. You know, me and my shorty kind of enjoyed it, I guess. We watched it. We finished it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that boy was loving that shit. He capping.
I wasn't, bro. I was
That
hating that
nigga
shit.
capping.
That joke
Yeah,
was horrible,
nigga.
bro.
bro, I feel
Like,
like they've made that movie 3-4 times already. Like,
man, they make that
They
joke every
have.
5 years. Somebody gets the message in Hollywood, hey, it's time to run that joke back. They be
guess
like, all
who's
right, all
gonna
right.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
When
they
they
gotta
gonna
get
have it? When they, you know what? I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't even gonna get into it, man. How I feel about
They
that.
had one back in the day. It's called Who's Coming to Dinner, Bryce.
they got to get
Where it's the other way
Yeah,
around.
I know about who's coming to dinner. I know all about who's coming to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
like
I don't know that one, but it sounds
it's
like this is an add on.
same joint.
No,
Like
I mean, we don't gotta get into it.
that's the original OG,
That's
right?
Yeah,
the original. Jesus.
that's the original. Yeah, it's
This is
the
like the
opposite.
But
third.
for some reason, they didn't repeat that one. For some reason, they don't run that back every 5 years. You know what they
No,
did?
because
They ran it back. They ran it back as Get Out.
yeah, right.
Oh
That's what they did, bro.
shit.
They ran that joke back as
That was
Get
a
Out, bro.
remix.
Kinda.
That was,
Kinda.
Man.
I enjoy Get Out though. I thought Get Out
But
was
Get
a
Out
good.
was
That was
fire.
crack.
I thought
But
it was great.
like, I Get Out. My man from Get Out did not have the Jonah Hill experience, bro. I wish the Jonah Hill experience on my man from Get Out. You know, only thing you dealing with is a pops that just don't like you a little bit. You're not dealing with some people that's trying to steal your soul.
Right, I agree.
Oh man, shout out to Get Out though.
All right,
Man
but
hasn't had a good movie since.
there's some solid suggestions across the board. So if you haven't checked them joints out, might as well check them joints out. And if you're checking us out, go ahead and hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Follow us on all socials, Good Ass Sports. We on Instagram, we on Twitter, we on YouTube, obviously, and we on TikTok. Hit it, follow the TikTok. But yeah, besides that, fellas, man, you know how we end every show, man. Sports for the culture.
Was for the
Sports
culture.
for the culture.
To put